Yeah.
Not getting the screen probably.
No, because it's taken away. Yes.
The wind blew very presently, carrying the aroma of different flowers, and the sensation of bodily touch were very pleasing. At home, the Brahmanas, who were accustomed to offer sacrifices in the fire, found their homes very pleasant for offerings. Due to disturbances created by demonic kings, the sacrificial fire altar had been almost stopped in the houses of the Brahmanas. But now they could find the opportunity to start the fire peacefully. Being forbidden to offer sacrifices, the Brahmanas were very distressed in mind, intelligence, and activities. But just on the point of Krishna's appearance, automatically their minds became full of joy because they could hear loud vibrations in the sky of transcendental sounds proclaiming their appearance of Supreme Personality of Godhead. The denizens of the Gandharva.
Just wait. Every paragraph you can wait. So there was some kind of transcendental vibrations everywhere. People are feeling so much relaxed. The birds are chirping with sweet sounds. Everything whole atmosphere was very pleasing. Krishna, so important man is coming. So everything is kept arranged. All constellations are well arranged, and everybody is feeling so joyful. It is the most joyful occasion when Krishna comes in this world. Why? Because he is our Supreme Lord. And Sachidananda Vigraha, when he comes, it is the very appearance of Krishna is auspicious for everybody. Nivridatarshe Upigimana Bhavoshadi Shotamano Abhirama. Prabhupada explains that those who are devotees, they find ecstasy. Those who are sadhaka, they find purification. Those who are normal person who's pious, yeah, that's very nice. Only demons become agitated when the Lord appears. So there is everywhere, every angle there is auspicious. So sometimes you may say, why so much details of the variety that is good? Yeah, variety is the mother of enjoyment, but this is spiritual variety. Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe, everywhere Krishna Sambandha, when you see, that is the best way to do Vairagya. Yes, the denizens of?
The denizens of the Gandharva and Kinara planets began to sing, and the denizens of Siddhaloka and the planets of Charanas began to offer prayers in the service of the personality of Godhead. In the heavenly planets, the angels, along with their wives, accompanied by the Apsaras, began to dance. The great sages and demigods, being pleased, began to shower flowers at the seashore. There was the sound of mild waves, and above the sea, there were clouds in the sky which began to thunder very pleasingly.
Everything is going auspicious, yeah. Flowers are falling from the sky, yeah.
When things were adjusted like this, Lord Vishnu, who is residing within the heart of every living entity, appeared in the darkness of the night as the Supreme Personality of Godhead before Devaki, who also appeared as one of the demigoddesses. The appearance of Lord Vishnu at that time could be compared with the full moon in the sky as it rises on the eastern horizon. The objection may be raised that since Lord Krishna appeared on the 8th day of the waning moon, there could be no rising of the full moon. In answer to this, it may be said that Lord Krishna appeared in the dynasty which is in the hierarchy of the moon. Therefore, although the moon was incomplete on that night, because of the Lord's appearance in the dynasty, wherein the moon is himself the original person, the moon was in an overjoyous condition. So by the grace of Krishna, he could appear just as a full moon. In an astronomical treatise...
Just wait, understand this. See, Surya Vamsha, Chandra Vamsha. Krishna comes in Chandra Vamsha, and because of that, moon was so joyful. Even though it was Ashtami, it was looking like full moon. That is one fact. Who is residing in the heart of everyone? Krishna resides in the heart of everyone. That Paramatma is an expansion of Krishna, and he appeared. Okay. Yes.
In an astronomical treatise by the name Kamanikya, the constellations at the time of appearance of Lord Krishna are very nicely described. It is confirmed that the child born at the auspicious moment was the Supreme Brahman, or the absolute truth. Vasudeva saw that wonderful child born as a baby with 4 hands, holding conch shells, club, disc, and lotus flower decorated with the mark of Srivatsa, wearing the jeweled necklace of Kaustuba stone, dressed in yellow silk, appearing dazzling like a bright blackish cloud, wearing a helmet bedecked with the Vaidurya stone, valuable bracelets, earrings, and similar other ornaments all over his body, and an abundance of hair over his head. Due to the extraordinary features of the child, Vasudeva was struck with wonder. How could a newly born child be so decorated? He could therefore understand that Lord Krishna had now appeared, and he.
So he didn't appear like a small child. He took a form that later, immediately he'll take the form, but he appeared in the Narayana form so that the father, mother can be convinced he has come. So they go on to great pain. The 6 children had been killed by Kamsa. So they were in great pain. So Krishna brought that Narayana form first to convince them, don't worry, you don't have any anxiety. Here is it, both are offering prayers.
Night was very dark, but Vasudeva could see everything just as in the sunlight.
That is comment on the photo. Yeah, continue.
Became overpowered by the occasion, Vasudeva very humbly wondered that although he was an ordinary living entity conditioned by material nature and was externally imprisoned by Kamsa, the all-pervading personality of Godhead, Vishnu or Krishna, was appearing as a child in his home, exactly in his original position. No earthly child is born with 4 hands decorated with ornaments and nice clothing, fully equipped with all the signs of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Over and over again, Vasudeva glanced at his child and he considered how to celebrate this auspicious moment. Generally, when a male child is born, he thought people observe the occasion with jubilant celebration. And in my home, although I am imprisoned, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has taken birth. How many millions of billions of times should I be prepared to observe this auspicious ceremony? When Vasudeva, who is also called Anaka Dundubi, was looking at his newborn baby, he was so happy that he wanted to give many thousands of cows in charity to the Brahmanas. According to the Vedic system, whenever there is an auspicious ceremony in the Kshatriya's king's place, the king gives many things in charity. Cows decorated with golden ornaments are delivered to the Brahmanas and sages. Vasudeva wanted to perform a charitable ceremony to celebrate Krishna's appearance. But because he was shackled within the walls of Kamsa's prison, this was not possible. Instead, within his mind, he gave thousands of cows to the Brahmanas. When Vasudeva was convinced that the newborn child was the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself.
Understand. One more para, then you can wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, any father, mother get a child like that, they will be very happy, feel very privileged and honored. The Lord is born, and they could see that. So now what do we do? He wanted to give charity. That's the tendency. And previously, and nowadays, any occasion we want, we are not givers, we are takers today. Vedic time, we were giver. If they're any time they're happy, they like to give. If you see, he doesn't just like go to somebody and say, it's my birthday. It means expecting a gift. No, giving a gift. Today, please take this, my birthday. When you go and tell somebody it's my birthday, me expecting a gift. No, that's not good. That's not taking culture. But Vedic culture is giving culture. They're giving. Prabhupada Chaitanya wanted us to even give the spiritual knowledge all around the world. So he gave huge amount of charity of cows in his mind because he was shackled. He was a king, but he's shackled in the jail. Nothing is there. In his mind, he offered love. Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. When Vasudeva was convinced that the newborn child was the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, he bowed down with folded hands and began to offer him prayers. At that time, Vasudeva was in transcendental position and he became completely free from all fear of Kamsa. The newborn baby was also flashing his effulgence within the room in which he appeared.
We do not find Krishna offering prayers to Nanda Maharaj, but Vasudeva is offering prayers. And he became, because of Krishna consciousness, became free from all fear, even though so much fear is there. So we have fearful position in life. Yes, somebody is ready to kill you any day. As Krishna is born, He is feeling totally free from all fear. Very nice. Okay.
Vasudeva then began to offer his prayers. My dear Lord, I can understand who you are. You are the supreme personality of Godhead, the super soul of all living entities, and the absolute truth. You have appeared in your own eternal form, which is directly perceived by us. I understand that because I am afraid of Kamsa, you have appeared just to deliver me from that fear. You do not belong to this material world. You are the same person who brings about the cosmic manifestation simply by glancing over material nature.
So let us understand this. You are the supreme personality of Godhead, super soul of all the living entity. You appeared in your own eternal form. I understand because I am. So Krishna appears, Samami Atma. He comes by the spiritual form. Doesn't take a form like us. We are different. The soul is different. Krishna form is all spiritual. He appeared just to deliver me from the fear. Okay? Krishna has appeared in Abhay Charanar Vindare. You do not belong to the material world. Very important, Krishna. Even we belong to the spiritual world, but Krishna definitely belongs to the spiritual world. And we are the same personality by whose will, Krishna's will, manifestation, everything happens. Yeah.
One may argue that Supreme Personality of Godhead who creates the cosmic manifestation simply by his glance cannot come within the womb of Devaki, the wife of Vasudeva. To eradicate this argument, Vasudeva said, My dear Lord, it is not a very wonderful thing that you appear within the womb of Devaki, because the creation was also made in that way. You were lying in the causal ocean as Mahavishnu, and by your breathing process, innumerable universes came into the existence. Then you entered into each of the universes as Garbhodakshayi Vishnu. Then again you expanded yourself as Kshirodakshayi Vishnu and entered into the hearts of all living entities and entered even within the atoms. Therefore, your entrance in the womb of Devaki is understandable in the same way. You appear to have entered, but you are simultaneously all pervading. We can understand your entrance and non-entrance from material examples. The total material energy remains intact even after being divided into 16 elements. The material body is nothing but the combination of 5 gross elements, namely earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Whenever there is a material body, it appears that such elements are newly created, but actually the elements are always existing outside the body. Similarly, although you appear as a child in the womb of Devaki, you are also existing outside. You are always in your abode, but still you can simultaneously expand yourself into millions of forms.
Okay. So argue that how Supreme Personality Godhead simply by comes, how can he come inside the womb of Devaki? He said, similar, no? You are the Krishna expanded to Balaram, Sankarsana, and then, Sankarsana Pradhan, the Vasudeva, then Narayana, then again second Sankarsana Pradhan, Vasudeva. Then second Sankarsana expands to Mahavishnu. Then post the body universes come and he goes inside each universe as Garbhodaksha Vishnu. And then you go inside the heart of every living entity, even though you are outside. So similarly, you are supreme, but you can enter within the womb of Devaki. It's not very surprising. You anyway do such things. Okay, continue. One can understand.
One, right. One has to understand your appearance with great intelligence because the material energy is also emanating from you. You are the original source of the material energy, just as the sun is the source of sunshine. The sunshine cannot cover the sun globe, nor the material energy being an emanation from you cover you. You appear to be in the 3 modes of material energy, but actually the 3 modes of material energy cannot cover you. This is understood by highly intellectual philosophers. In other words, although you appear to be within the material energy, you are never covered by it.
Okay. Material energy emanating from the Lord, but the Lord is not affected. Sunshine cannot cover the sun, globe cannot disturb. Okay? You appear to be the three. This is one first thing you'll notice about the Lord, that is beyond the three modes of mental nature. Yes. Next.
We hear from the Vedic version that Supreme Brahman exhibits his effulgence and therefore everything becomes illuminated. We can understand from Brahma Samhita that the Brahma Jyoti or the Brahman effulgence emanates from the body of the Supreme Lord, and from the Brahman effulgence all creation takes place. It is further stated in the Bhagavad Gita that the Lord is also the support of Brahman effulgence. Originally, he is the root cause of everything, but persons who are less intelligent think that when the Supreme Personality of Godhead comes within this material world, he accepts the material quality. Such conclusions are not very mature, but are made by the less intelligent.
So less intelligent people make such kind of assumptions. What kind of assumption? That Lord also become affected with metal energy when it comes. No, it's not true. Okay, so Krishna never accepts material qualities, on beyond the material qualities. It's always transcendental. Yes.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead is directly and indirectly existing everywhere. He is outside this material creation and he is also within it. He is within this material creation not only as Garbhoda Shai Vishnu, he is also within the atom. Existence is due to his presence. Nothing can be separated from his existence. In the Vedic injunction, we find that the supreme soul or the root cause of everything has to be searched out because nothing exists independent of the supreme soul. Therefore, the material manifestation is also transformation of his potency. Both inert matter and the living force, soul, are emanations from him. Only the foolish conclude that when the Supreme Lord appears, he accepts the conditions of matter. Even if he appears to have accepted the material body, he is still not subjected to any material condition. Krishna has therefore appeared and defeated all imperfect conclusions about the appearance and disappearance of Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Okay, so what is that? Krishna has all imperfect. When he comes, first thing very important, nothing any independent of his existence. Nothing exists independent of it. In the Chatushloki also, if you think there is something which is independent of the Lord, know the effect of Maya. Nothing exists independent of him. Nirabandha Krishna Sambandha, every activity, everything Krishna's connection is there. Because so Krishna is when he appears, he defeats all kind of conclusion, because when he comes, we can see how he is. So we can see all wrong conclusions are wrong. Yeah, next.
My Lord, your appearance and existence and disappearance are beyond the influence of material qualities, because your Lordship is the controller of everything and the resting place of the Supreme Brahman. There is nothing inconceivable or contradictory in you. As you have said, material nature works under your working under the orders of the chief executive. The influence of subordinate activities cannot affect you. The Supreme Brahman and all phenomena are existing within you, and all the activities of material nature are controlled by your Lordship. You are
Material nature works under Krishna's direction. What is the shloka? Maya dhakshe na prakriti suyata sacharanam. It is like government officers control. Okay? The influence subordinate element cannot affect. Yes, continue.
You are called Sukalam. Suklam or whiteness is the symbolic representation of the absolute truth because it is unaffected by the material qualities. Lord Brahma is called Rakta or red because Brahma represents the qualities of passion of creation. Darkness is entrusted to Lord Shiva because he annihilated the cosmos. The creation, annihilation, and maintenance of this cosmic manifestation is conducted by your potencies, yet you are always unaffected by those qualities. As confirmed in the Vedas, Harir Hi Nirguna Sakshat, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is always free from all material qualities. It is also said that the qualities of passion and ignorance are non-existent in the person of the Supreme Lord.
Okay, Shuklam, whiteness, totally pure, no Rajoguna, no Tamoguna in Krishna, is pure Krishna consciousness. Yes, continue.
My Lord, you are the supreme controller, the personality of Godhead, the supreme, great, maintaining the order of this cosmic manifestation. And in spite of your being the supreme controller, you have so kindly appeared in my home. The, the purpose of your appearance is to kill the followers of the demonic rulers of the world who are in the dress of royal princes but are actually demons. I am sure that you will kill all of them and their followers and soldiers.
Continue.
I understand that you have appeared to kill the uncivilized Kamsa and his followers. But knowing that you were to appear to kill him and his followers, he has already killed so many of your predecessors, elder brothers. Now he is simply awaiting the news of your birth. As soon as he hears about it, he will immediately appear with all kinds of weapons to kill you.
So the father is feeling sense of protection. Like Krishna doesn't need anybody protection, but he's feeling it. Yes, continue.
Devaki, the mother of Krishna, offered her prayers. She was very frightened because of her brother's atrocities. Devaki said, "My dear Lord, your eternal forms like Narayana, Lord Rama, Shesha, Varaha, Narsimha, Vamana, Baladeva, and millions of similar incarnations emanating from Vishnu are described in the Vedic literature as original. You are original because all your forms as incarnation are outside of this material creation. Your form was existing before this cosmic manifestation was created. Your forms are eternal and all pervading. They are self-effulgent, changeless and uncontaminated by the material qualities. Such eternal forms are ever cognizant and full of bliss. They are situated in transcendental goodness and are always engaged in different pastimes. You are not limited to a particular form only. All such transcendental eternal forms are self-sufficient. I can understand that you are the Supreme Lord Vishnu."
Okay, so her conclusion is very clear.
After many millions of years, when Lord Brahma comes to the end of his life, the annihilation of the cosmic manifestation takes place. At that time, the five elements, namely earth, water, fire, air, and ether, enter into the Mahatattva. The Mahatattva again enters by the force of time into non-manifested total material energy. The total material energy, after the annihilation of the whole cosmic manifestation, you alone remain with your transcendental name, form, quality, and paraphernalia. My Lord, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you because you are the director of the unmanifested total energy and the ultimate reservoir of the material nature. My Lord, the whole cosmic manifestation is under the influence of time, beginning from the moment up to the duration of the year. All act under your direction. You are the original director of everything, the reservoir of all potent energies.
Please continue.
Therefore, my Lord, I request you to save me from my cruel hands of son of Ugrasena, Kamsa. I am praying you to your Lordship to please rescue me from this fearful condition, because you are always ready to give protection to your servitors. The Lord has confirmed this statement in the Bhagavad Gita by assuring Arjuna, "You may declare to the world, my devotee shall never be vanquished."
Continue.
While thus praying to the Lord for rescue, Mother Devaki expressed her motherly affection. I understand that this transcendental form is generally perceived in meditation by the great sages, but I am still afraid because as soon as Kamsa understands that you have appeared, he might harm you. So I request that for the time being you become invisible to our material eyes. In other words, she requested the Lord to assume the form of an ordinary child. My only cause of fear from my brother Kamsa is due to your appearance. My Lord Madhusudana, Kamsa may know that you are already born. Therefore, I request you to conceal this four-armed form of your Lordship, which holds the four symbols of Vishnu, namely the conch shell, the disc, the club, the lotus flower. My dear Lord, at the end of annihilation of this cosmic manifestation, you put the whole universe within your abdomen. Still, by your unalloyed mercy, you have appeared in my womb. I am surprised that you are that you imitate the activities of ordinary human beings just to please your devotee.
So Krishna dealings are perfect. Even the devotee dealings, he knows how to deal. Continue.
On hearing the prayers of Devaki, the Lord replied, "My dear mother, in the millennium of Swayambhu Manu, my father Vasudeva was living as one of the Prajapatis, and his name at that time was Sutapa, and you were his wife named Prishni. At that time, when Lord Brahma was desiring to increase the population, he requested you to generate offspring. You controlled your senses and performed severe austerities by practicing the breath exercise of the yoga system. Both you and your husband could tolerate all the influences of the material laws, the rainy season, the onslaught of the wind, and the scorching heat of the sunshine. You also executed all religious principles. In this way, you were able to cleanse your heart and control the influence of material law. In executing your austerity, you used to eat only the leaves of a tree which fell into the ground. Then, with a steady mind and controlled sex drive, you worshipped me, desiring some wonderful benediction from me. Both of you practiced severe austerities for 12,000 years by calculation of the demigods. During that time, your mind was always absorbed in me. When you were executing devotional service and always thinking of me within your heart, I was very much pleased with you. O sinless mother, your heart is therefore always pure. At that time, also, I appeared before you in this form just to fulfill your desire, and I asked you to ask whatever you desired. At that time, you wished to have me born as your son. Although you saw me personally, instead of asking for your complete liberation from the material bondage, under the influence of my energy, you asked me to become your son.
So Krishna is telling that, they did great on to them for various verse. Yeah, continue.
In other words, the Lord selected his mother and father, namely Prishni and Sutapa, specifically to appear in the material world. Whenever the Lord comes as a human being, he must have someone as a mother and father. So he selected Prishni and Sutapa perpetually as his mother and father. And on account of this, both Prishni and Sutapa could not ask the Lord for liberation. Liberation is not so important as the transcendental loving service of the Lord. The Lord could have ordered Prishni and Sutapa immediate liberation, but he preferred to keep them within this material world for his different appearances, as will be explained in the following verses. On receiving the benediction from the Lord to become his father and mother, both Prishni and Sutapa returned from the activities of austerity and lived as husband and wife in order to beget a child who was the Supreme Lord himself.
I'll continue.
In due course of time, Prishni became pregnant and gave birth to the child. The Lord spoke to Devaki and Vasudeva. At that time, my name was Prishnigarba. In the next millennium also, you took birth as Aditi and Kashyapa, and I became your child of the name Upendra. At that time, my form was just like a dwarf, and for this reason, I was also known as Vamanadeva. I gave you that benediction that I would take birth as your son 3 times. The first time I was known as Prishnigarba, born of Prishni and Sutapa. The next birth I was Upendra, born of Aditi and Kashyapa.
Continue.
You have to change the page. And Kashyapa. And now for the third time, I am born as Krishna from you. Devaki and Vasudeva. Third time I am born as Krishna from you, Devaki and Vasudeva. I am appeared in this Vishnu form just to convince you that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead, again taken birth. I could have just appeared like an ordinary child, but in that way you would not believe that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I have taken birth in your womb. My dear father and mother, you have therefore raised me many times as your child with your great affection and love, and I am therefore very pleased and obliged to you. And I assure you that this time you shall go back home, back to Godhead on account of your perfection in your mission. I know you are very concerned about me and afraid of Kamsa. Therefore, I order you to take me immediately to Gokula and replace me with the daughter who has just been born to Yashoda.
Yes, continue.
Having spoken thus in the presence of his father and mother, the Lord turned himself into an ordinary child and remained silent.
Yes, continue.
Being ordered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva attempted to take his son from the delivery room. And exactly at that time, a daughter was born of Nanda and Yashoda. She was Yogamaya, the internal potency of the Lord. By the influence of this internal potency, Yogamaya, all the residents of Kamsa's place, especially the doorkeepers, were overwhelmed with deep sleep, and all the palace doors opened, although they were barred and shackled with iron chains. The night was very dark, but as soon as Vasudeva took Kamsa, took Krishna on his lap and went out, he could see everything just as in the sunlight.
Yeah, Krishna can create any situation. Yeah, next.
In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said that Krishna is just like sunlight, and whenever there is Krishna, the illusory energy which is compared to darkness cannot remain. When Vasudeva was carrying Krishna, the darkness of the night disappeared. All the prison doors automatically opened. At the same time, there was thunder in the sky and severe rainfall. While Vasudeva was carrying his son Krishna in the falling rain, Lord Shesha, in the shape of the serpent, spread his hood over the head of Vasudeva so that he would not be hampered by the rainfall. Vasudeva came unto the bank of Yamuna and saw the water of Yamuna was roaring with the waves.
And the whole span was full of foam. 1, 2. What happened, Prabhuji? Voice is not coming. Hare Krishna, your voice, Prabhuji. Signal is weak. Still in the furious reach of the river, who will anybody else likes to read? Yes, Shambhita Namayji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Was full of foam. Still in that furious feature, the river Grey gave passage to Vasudev to cross, just as the great Indian Ocean gave path to Lord Rama when he was bridging over the gulf. In this way, Vasudev crossed the river Yamuna. On the other side, he went to the place of Nanda Maharaj, situated in Gokula, where he saw that all the cowherd men were fast asleep. He took the opportunity of silently entering into the house of Yashoda, and without difficulty he replaced his son, taking away the baby girl newly born in the house of Yashoda. Then, after entering the house very silently and exchanging the boy with the girl, he again returned to the prison of Kamsa and silently put the girl on the lap of Devaki. He again clamped the shackles on himself so that Kamsa could not recognize that so many things had happened. Mother Yashoda understood that a child was born to her, but because she was very tired from the labor of childbirth, she was fast asleep. She could not remember whether she had given birth to a male or female child. Thus, the Bhakti Vedanta purport of the third chapter of Krishna, birth of Lord Krishna.
Okay, so beautiful. So this is Krishna's Mata Smriti Jnanam Apohanam. Krishna give knowledge for against. Hare Krishna, thank you very much. Okay, I take leave now. Below the beautiful Alankara, they have been decorating from 2-3 hours now. Take darshan of the Alankara, and then we have to get ready. 10 o'clock, Julan will start. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Anybody has something to add? When I make. Okay, so everybody keep chanting. Join the Kirtan now. Shri Radha Govinda ki jai, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai.
Hari Purusham Bhajami Govindam Hari Purusham Bhajami Govindam Hari Purusham Bhajami Vedam Kantanta Paravindalaya Bhagavatam Samasitam Udasundaram Nandan Ago Vikamaniya Visesha Shobha Govindam Hari Purusham
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Doya Karo More Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Doya Karo More Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Doya Karo Om Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Adama Janara Bandhu Lokanath Lokera Divana Lokanath Lokera Divana Mahaprabhu Koro Doya Deho More Padachaya 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 Shukri Bhuana Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Ashavyadikakarine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Ashavyadikakarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna
Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Radhe. Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radhe. Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Namaste Shiva Prasad Name से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीमती गौर सत्यावती जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपी गोपीनाथ राधा कृष्ण गोवर्धन की श्रीनाथ श्रीराम श्री कृष्ण वृंदावन पुत्र की भौतिक महाप्रधान की वृंदावन योजना माई की all the disciples, all the
माला के लिए उधर जाएगा
जुलन के लिए उधर ही प्रिपेयर करके बाद में आएंगे और बाद
जोश कितना देखो
अभी शुरू होगा आपको वेट कर रहे हैं
तो मैं 5 मिनट बाद 5 मिनट
10 बजे तुरंत जल्दी सेट कर देना कोरोना टेस्ट ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಬಂತಲ್ಲ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು.
Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Kamala Sri Guru Vaishnava Ravadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Krishna Krishna Pada Ravana Lalita Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Prabhu Nityananda Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
వీడియో ఆఫ్ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಾ వీడిಯೋ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತಿರ್ಗಾಲೆ ಹದಿನೈದು ಜನ ವೇಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಬೇಕು
Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Savakutam Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sagana Lalita Sri Radha Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sakrajatam Radhana Raghunathan Tam Sadaitam Davakutam Marijana Saitam Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
हाँ यस माता